Good to go.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. This is a regular scheduled commission meeting, January 5th, 2025. I'll call this meeting to order. Everybody please rise for pledge of allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You. Roll call. Jordan. Here. Edlin.
Here.
Averill. Here. Ellison. Here. And Tremby's here. So, on the approval of the agenda, I need a motion, but I'm going to add something to it. I'm going to, Lee Gilberson's here and so is Kent, to talk about a little bit of the low pass thing. So I need so I'm going to add it to the agenda here.
It's
So,
on there, little pass.
no, well, they're not on it though. They're not. On it.
They can speak during that
Look
time.
back.
And okay.
Yep, yep.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with.
Okay.
I'll second.
Second. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Same sign, nay. Motion carried. Floor open for public comment. Anybody here for public comment? If not, we'll just move on.
We should actually be following, so we should be following our policy for public comment too. So if someone doesn't come in,
Okay.
public comment and do what they're supposed to do, we do need to be following that since we adopted that policy for our meetings. Which it doesn't change now because we don't have anybody in here.
Here,
but-
correct.
But if someone were to just walk in and say, I want to talk, they do need to follow the policy. I think that would be appropriate.
So they're able to talk at any time,
No,
No, just
During-
at the public.
just during
just
that.
in a public comment thing. But we've had this for the last couple of times. We've had this in the system or in the,
Yeah, I mean, we had to adopt it August first, but,
Yep.
but yeah, if someone comes in and just wants to make a public comment, we have
Yep.
to make sure that we follow our policy, which
Yep.
is that they have to fill out the paperwork. They have to come to you beforehand and it has to be something that.
Oh, they do?
Last agenda or this agenda.
Gotcha.
okay, so they just can't show up and then get on.
No,
Okay, didn't know that.
So if I don't have anything, do I put it on the agenda for like right now? Oh,
yeah, you still have to, and
Okay.
just, all Scott has to do is ask if we had anybody that want to make a
Okay.
comment.
Gotcha.
We didn't know that part.
Thank you.
All right, all right. Okay, we need approval of these December 22nd and 30th meeting minutes, please.
I'll make that motion to approve December 22nd and the 30th minute meetings and dispense with the reading.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, in discussion, in discussion, one last time in discussion. All in favor of approving the minutes, December 22nd, 30th, as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. So next up is chairman, vice chairman, and board appointments. So anyway, so right now I'm chair, Steph is vice chair. And then the board appointments are like down here a little bit here. Hang on.
Yep, they're in your packet.
It's in our pack. Oops, hang on. Read these quick. Of course, that went boop. There it is.
Oh, there it came.
Yeah. well,
Okay, so right now on the board appointments, me, I'm social service zone, weed and road. Steph's on fair, weed, EDC and South Central Human Services. Rod is on library, weed, South Central, Dakota Regional, and South Central Community Action Group and road. Josh is on water board, weed, soil and housing, and Lauren is on weed, senior citizens, soil and road. So what do you guys thoughts on that one? On the chairman, I said I'd like to step down if I could. Anyone else want to volunteer to take the position? See, that one, a lot of takers on that one, so.
I think the way it is right now, and I'm too new to do it, but I mean, I think you're probably best to leave you as chairman right now for this year. I mean,
I was afraid you'd say that.
unless, you know,
My philosophy is I said before, is sometime in you guys' term, somebody gets to do chairman and vice chairman. You follow what I'm saying?
We'll see how reelection goes. I would like to nominate Steph for.
Because I was gonna nominate you, my friend Rod.
As chair. She's done a great job as a vice chair, and I think she'd do fantastic as chair.
And you said you wanted to step down a little bit?
I'd like to, yes.
Okay, I'll second that nomination.
Okay.
Can I nominate Rod?
Let's try. So anyways, what do we have to?
Steph, I think everyone in this room thinks you do a good job.
They think, well, thank you. That's a compliment. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
So anyway, back,
That's fine.
that's fine. You want to,
Yeah, no, that's fine. Steph would die. I was thinking of her too, but I didn't know if she was that busy. But if
Okay.
she would be willing, I think that's great.
okay. So we have a motion by Rod for Steph to be chair. And then Josh seconded, okay. So in discussion, one last time. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. All right, Steph, I can change places with you. Want to change places?
Can't I run chair from here?
No,
So
make
that's,
sure you grab your name tag.
that's the chair,
That's the chair.
But Josh will miss me way down here.
Come on.
Scott's just gonna have to deal with. being
Technically,
closer
now
to
you're
me.
my right hand. now.
No, the right hand. man.
Anyway, okay.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next one. I'm looking for nominations for a vice chair.
I'll nominate Rod.
Nomination for Rod for vice chair. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Josh.
Okay.
Any discussion? Any
That's my name.
discussion?
I know I saw that.
Any discussion? Barring none. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
I,
Pose same sign. Motion carried. Congratulations,
Thank
Rod.
you, thank you.
What a deal.
That's fantastic. All right, and do we need a motion on the appointments, on the appointed?
If you want to keep it the same,
Same.
then just a
We
motion
should
to keep.
change for community action. Stephanie was on there, but now I'm going to that.
Which one do you want?
Well, I've been going to the community action.
The EDC?
No, that's the South
one?
Central Community Action Region.
I think. you
Oh,
were
South
on-
Central Human
That was
Services?
Rod. Yeah.
I think somebody was on there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Rod's, yep.
I've been doing the library,
Yeah.
and I'm fine with that too, that's.
So Lauren would like to take over the South Central Community
Well, I've been
Action.
going, I think
You
I
don't
think,
want?
I think we made the
you
motion
made the
at,
motion to send me there, I think. is what it was.
Okay, so we'll have to upgrade that, make changes.
perfect.
That's on some, where's that, all that stuff. I don't-
Did we already make that motion to change that a while ago?
Yeah, you did. It's, this was just an old, I just didn't have it on your list. I got it now.
Okay, great.
I can
Moving up,
cushy little seat for one more year.
moving on. Let's review the bills.
On your bills, there is. They're here. Your North Dakota Treasurers Association, it has two of them coming out of treasurer's dues. That has been fixed. One is coming out of the auditor's dues. We've combined the auditor and treasurer's groups, and so now we just have the one dues to do. And so it would just come out of both of them, and there was just one number off. So then those have been switched from what you guys see. The NDACO dues are in here. The South Central Dakota Regional dues are in here. And that South Central Dakota Regional dues, that is split 4 ways. 1/4 county, 1/4 city of Binford, 1/4 Hannaford, 1/4 Cooperstown. And so those will be those bills will be distributed out to those other, the cities, and then we'll get those back. But we're just gonna pay out the full right now and get reimbursed.
Sounds
later.
good.
So
Can I get a motion to approve the bills?
I'll make that motion.
In a second,
I'll second that.
motion by Rod, second by Tramby. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, we'll do voice vote. Rod,
Aye.
Tramby,
Aye.
Josh,
Aye.
Lauren,
Aye.
Stephanie votes aye, motion carried. Now, the bill resolution. If you guys want to review that, every year we sign that. Just go ahead, Sam, explain.
Usually we don't have to use this bill resolution just because you guys do have 2 meetings a month, so it really covers all of it. But this is just in case we, miss a bill or whatever, we're able to pay those without the late fees. Or if your meetings go, past the late fee time, we're able to pay these out. So it's just for our offices, but we usually don't use it. You guys usually see all of those. We don't try to do anything behind those.
That's just for emergencies.
Yeah.
Yep. Can I get a motion to approve the bill resolution?
I'll make the motion to approve that.
Motion by Rod, second.
I'll second it.
Second by Josh. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Monthly office reports, just review them. We'll give a couple minutes. Any questions on them? Okay, we can move on. We got Wayne there next.
Come on up.
Up there.
Yep. Jamie will scooch out of the way.
We should get another.
Go alongside you, Jamie. Yeah, that probably would.
Well, why don't you pull that table or and pull a chair at the table or something, or
Or.
'Cause
I
it-
suppose I could sit at this table. That'll probably work too. I,
you can.
It'll be short,
Short and sweet.
No.
short and sweet, maybe not so sweet. So are you, but anyway. I have an update from KLJ. Paul sent it down this morning. He says, Happy New Year to everybody. And here's the updates for Griggs County and projects. Coming up, Griggs County Highway 2 going into Red Willow. The Highway Safety Improvement Project application was submitted on 12/29/25. It was rejected last year due to the higher cost. For this year, the scope remained the same, but we deleted the contingency and reduced the unit prices, dropping the cost by nearly $400,000. County Road 8, the Binford Road Highway Safety Improvement Project application was submitted on the 29th of December. Rejected last year due to the high cost estimate. For this year, we removed the additional gravel and pavement to conserve highway safety funds. With that and other charges, the cost estimate was reduced by over $930,000.
Wow.
This year's application focused solely on reestablishing clear zone on those 2 spots. Other funds would be needed to pave it. We submitted it for flexible transportation fund also, but the DOT has not selected projects yet. The Decker Bridge progressive estimate number 1 included stockpiled railing materials and wetland mitigation cost. Was submitted on 12/16/25. A pre-job meeting will be held in the spring. Construction will be completed this summer. Griggs County 19 patch and chip seal, which was done this summer. Final records have been submitted to the North Dakota DOT Grand Forks District, and they have completed their review. We will submit our final billing through 12/31/2025 to North Dakota DOT so the project can be closed out. County Road 26, the Hannaford project. We received the correct road signs because they had the streets and avenues mixed up on the signs. So I said, I think that avenues run north and south, but anyway, they have the new signs and he was going to come up and swap them next couple of days, so. Requested the final paperwork from Border States Paving and received some of it. Final estimate for construction will be generated once the remaining documents are received. Thanks, Paul. He was gonna come, but he got his finger in the miter saw, so.
Ooh. Ish.
That's,
Sounds familiar.
We don't worry about it.
Anything with 911?
I don't have anything with 911.
Okay.
You know, they increased the prices last year. So.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Swain, so Linda's not on until 10:15. Is she going to pop on or is she already on? If she's not on yet, we could probably have the Gilbertson boys and
Probably be a good time to talk a little fast right now.
Yep. load pass. Yep. Want to grab a couple more chairs and we'll all three of you guys kind of sit up here? Here, let's slide some chairs more. Just so we're closer. Oh, thanks. So we can get all three of you in there. It's a party. Thanks.
Pass that down. I got a few copies, probably not enough. for
Jamie, you want
everybody.
to grab a chair?
Here, Wayne, you can sit.
I think you're very much in
Wayne.
this discussion.
Wayne, you can sit here too if you want. You can squeeze in between us.
You'll speak loud. We'll pull everyone over here too. Okay, come on in, everybody. I just
That
want to
way
make
you're
sure.
still sitting at the table.
It's just hard since have microphones. We got to keep people close to the microphones. So we'd like to
Maker.
bring them all in. Right. Right. I appreciate that. All right. So I think Rod has been kind of heading this, haven't you?
No, I don't know if I'm heading it, but I'm familiar with it. And I do want to thank the Gilbertsons for coming and giving us your guys' input on this because we're learning, you know.
So we just did a comparison of what state is right now versus load pass. That's a comparison. And if you did go to load pass on the bottom there for that excavator, that's permitted for 180.
it's on there, 188.
188,000, it would be to go 13 miles on a county road would cost you 5,200. I guess I don't have it in front of me.
$5,232,
yeah.
$32.50.
Okay, so for can you just dumb this down for a girl like me who doesn't do road stuff? Can you explain the difference between state permits and load pass?
So the state is anywhere on the state, you can, that's a single trip permit.
Okay.
I can load that excavator up and I can go from Moorhead to Montana for $68.
Okay,
That's on the state highway.
They don't charge you per mile. Load pass, when you get over 150,000, load pass charges you per mile.
okay,
And the state highways, let's say that this county brings in an excavator from Minneapolis, so they'll get a permit from Minneapolis, Minnesota, North Dakota. But once they hit our roads, this is where load pass comes in on our county roads. This has
oh,
nothing to do with state roads. So for when they come off of Highway 200 and they turn and start going down the county roads, that's where the load pass is gonna kick in.
okay,
So, and even the question I had, I was thinking about back when I was pulling for Makata, you know, I couldn't imagine trying to do the load pass. You know, we haul those hopper bins all over the country.
But were you over 80,000?
No, but we're with permits.
With permits, that's a little different. I got the copy of.
And there needs to be
This is load passes rate, and this is a year old, so I don't know if they do any changes or not. That tells you on the over. That tells you the rate.
And there's a distinction between divisible loads and indivisible loads.
Yeah.
Or like this pipeline project, if you're talking about that, none of the gravel, the rock, the pipe is going to be load pass permitted.
Because you aren't gonna need permits.
That's
for
all
that.
by legal weight.
oh,
So the only things that would affect that is if they hauled in a excavator or a crawler or something.
Yeah.
A lot of it's mostly equipment and stuff like that.
The only thing load pass is gonna cover is non-divisible loads, so your big dozers, your big excavators, your payloaders and stuff like that are so so if Foster County told you it was 1,000 loads per mile, I think we guesstimated 17 miles roughly in Griggs County so far that they've bid, be 17,000 loads of gravel. Well, you aren't gonna get anything on those 17,000. You might get 25 permits for heavy equipment. unless they move right across from Foster County and just walk them along as they go, so.
And I bet you're probably more accurate than that, but they're,
Well, that's
They're
what
not
they were
gonna be
doing there.
long.
They just walked them.
so I think we just need to change our. I need to work more on the haul road agreements. I've added some more language. I'm actually gonna send it to Lee after I get completely done with it and see if they have any more ideas. I did talk with Old Pass this morning because I spoke with Lee last week. We can just do what Gilbertsons have been doing in the past and have them go to Wayne for a permit and get their seasonal permit. They would still have to apply for a load pass permit that would allow them to haul within a certain area, but it's $26 a trip.
And we realize that you have to get control of this pipeline or you're gonna get run over. But that's gonna really affect your local small
Oh,
companies when it's $5,000 to move an excavator in for
Right. Cause that's just gonna get passed on.
yeah, you're gonna have to pass it on.
Right.
And we do have experience with load pass. It takes a lot longer to get the permit to start with. And-
State permit, you can go in and you're done in
Yeah.
10 minutes and a load pass permit is not that easy.
So what I think it's kind of on there. So we moved out of Steele County, out of Sherbrooke
I did
Township
get
in Steele
that one.
County.
That's a copy. I got copies of permits.
Oh,
I've
okay,
seen it.
okay. But anyway, so that's kind of some of the numbers are reflected on here. The 490 excavator, when we moved out of Sherbrooke last year, was 201.25 a mile. So it was just about 3 miles of road that we went on, and it cost us $600 and some just to move that excavator those 3 miles. And then the state permit was $68 to move the rest of the way, which was 45 miles. So it doesn't really add up.
Right.
And well, I would guess that didn't do a whole lot of damage to the road, because I'm guessing it wasn't sloppy and wet.
Oh,
when it was
no,
moving.
and it's a question. Where's the extra money going? Does load pass?
So load pass charges, I believe it's $1,500 for you to come on to it.
Yeah,
Then
Correct.
they take a 1.5% off the top for administration. And then at the end of the year, you pay a percentage back to them for each permit they give you.
But if you have a difference, to move this excavator 13 miles and it's costing $5,200, where's, and normally it would cost us this rounded to $100. Well, now you're looking at $5,000
that money's going to the county.
You'll get part of it back.
We will,
Yep, part of it, not all of it.
but like you said, it's probably 25 loads out of the year.
For that pipeline, I'm guessing I'm just guesstimating.
Right.
They're working from Foster County right into Griggs County, so they won't load any of them up. And if a big piece of equipment breaks down, they probably fix it on site. So I mean, you're not gonna see a lot.
We're not gonna
of it.
capture
No,
any,
No.
where you need to capture is on the 17,000 loads of
Yeah.
gravel and.
Exactly, and that's when we were
Coming in.
talking the load
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
pass, that's when Lee called me the other day and we visited about it. And that the load pass isn't gonna do anything for us, cause the gravel roads or the gravel loads are gonna be running on legal weight. And that's, so that the load pass does us no good. And that's where we're seeing the damage when we went over, Wayne and Scott, and we went over and looked. That's the 25 loads, coming in and out are not doing the damage.
Yeah,
The 1,000 loads.
That is.
that excavator for the permit, it's $200 some a mile. Well, we haul that on a 10-axle truck and trailer. So you're letting a farmer or anybody else go at 80,000 on 5 axles. So we've got twice the axle. So we're not putting a lot more of a footprint on that road than a
Right.
80,000 pound semi.
Right.
But yet you're gonna have to pay $5,000 over to move it 13 miles back and forth.
Right.
right.
In my example last year, we're in Steele County. For Sherbrooke Township, we were the only one that got a permit through low pass for that whole township for that calendar year. So it wasn't a big deal for them, and we don't know if the other places didn't permit
And just
Or-
did it.
and just did it, because I know there was a couple other gravel operations in that township that year. So I'm assuming they just did permits. And it took a day to get the permits too. That was the other aggravation, and that's the administrative fee part of it is.
Cause it says right on the permits that they can take up to 24 hours to approve your permit.
Right. And with the state, I mean, I buy state permits all the time.
Yeah, it's just being.
Yeah,
I would guess that was from the administrator. I would guess that it's either Reed or someone else in the township and they just didn't get to it.
Yeah, it's,
Or the
yeah,
county.
somebody in the courthouse that approves the permit.
Yeah.
I've talked to Reed about that.
well, they showed us so where they were walking the excavators across, they had a pile of tires there. And they just walked them across and the highways and just kept going with
Well,
it.
they're not gonna load up. I mean, they're gonna continue the pipeline, so they're just gonna keep on walking the equipment.
Right.
Right. Just trying to find a way, a happy medium, how to keep our roads.
Yeah.
Well, I think the
Well, I
biggest
don't
thing,
think this, I don't. This load pass isn't,
It's not gonna work for us. No.
it's not.
no,
No,
And all it does is cause commotion with our own
right.
people.
farmers and contractors.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad we looked into it, because then we can, knock that one off and say, okay, what's the next option that we can do to
And
help capture some expenses to
But-
cover for the roads?
But the biggest thing I think we have to realize is that we're not worried about the 25 loads coming in and out.
no,
We're worried about the 1,000 trucks a day or a mile, excuse me.
plus the pipe and.
Plus,
everything
yeah,
else
that's what we're trying
Yeah,
to rein in.
yeah.
So,
If you look at a lot of the damage that's done, a lot of the damage that's done though is done actually by the farmers with their grain carts and their trucks in the spring when the roads are soft. And they say they've got to get into their fields so they don't shut down or wait till the roads are firmed up or anything. So our damage really is done not during the summer when you're, like the gravel crews, and there's other gravel crews besides the Gilbertsons that do work.
Well, a thousand loads a mile during the summer is gonna cause damage.
right.
I mean, that's,
What they told us over there that they would get 2.5, 3 inches of rain and
Yeah.
30 minutes later they were running, and they said the damage was just unbelievable with that amount of.
Well, they don't shut down for rain. They just take a blade and skim the top off and keep going.
Yeah, yeah, and they said that's where the damage was at, but
well, and the way I've got, so far, the way I've got the hull permit drafted is that we have the ability to shut those roads off and shut them off for inclement weather, and I think that's gonna be an important thing.
and then one of the other complaints they said they had is that roads that weren't even designated as haul roads were being used for the empty trucks coming back. Well, of course, then
Yeah.
they were going too fast and dust and the complaints that came in from that and so those are things we're gonna have to watch, but
How about during the spring load restriction? I'm sure they're not gonna stop for just because it says 6 tons.
No,
per
they're gonna
axle.
keep going regardless. If they can drive down that road, they're gonna go. They're
Then,
gonna stop.
then we have the DOT sitting out there.
it doesn't take too many black pickups to deter people.
I mean, that's all there is to it. They have to follow the rules of the road. If they don't, then yeah, we have
Send
DOT
Amber
pickups
out.
sit out there.
She'll go out there with their ticket book and just start.
Yeah, that's the only thing that you can do.
Yeah. But yeah, police presence, we've seen it, with hauling fertilizer going in. And a couple days of a high patrol running down, everybody's going illegal quick.
I don't wanna do that with the chance of getting local people in trouble, but I think that you're gonna have to do that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have some. Yeah, and that's with you guys too, with the big, that excavator you're hauling with 10 axles. There's been studies showing, that it's speed more than, than weight. So when you put that much weight on that many axles and slow your speed down,
Yeah,
your input, your footprint that you're leaving is very minimal.
yeah,
Thank you for that.
no problem. And we understand that something has to be done. You can't just, but
Right.
it's, the big part of your problem is gonna be all the loads that are not permittable, so, that are just gonna be hauled, so.
The one thing that I'm worried about is they say by legal weight. And there's gonna be a lot of trucks with pusher axles and 3-axle gravel trailers are running 105.5. Well, I don't think they can legally run 105.5.
Not without your approval.
Right. So that's what I wanna try, I'd like to see it go back to 80,000. And then try and keep speed down.
So is Foster County, I guess I'm not 100% sure what they do over there. Are they giving them say this is a haul road, and when they're done, they restore it to better,
That's-
original or
They're
better?
supposed to.
They're
but-
supposed to.
Okay.
That's
And
what we
it's,
saw.
when you go and look at it, it's 4 feet wider and
3 feet lower.
and,
Yeah.
and then the dirt just keeps pushing up. The black dirt is
Yeah.
just, and it's a mess. So, because like Lauren said, they just go out and they skim it off and
Yeah.
the road is completely.
Well, they skim all the gravel and everything and they actually skim it down to the black dirt. The
Right.
Black dirt doesn't come up, it just, the
And
good
then-
stuff, it
And
just
then the
gets
road just
pushed
keeps getting
aside.
wider and wider, flatter and flatter, and then the roads we drove on were actually dished in and full of water.
Plus they had the side had the channel there all the time. Cause that's where the ridge was at,
Yeah, the ridges, I don't know if they could take them and pull them back in. But the ridges are 2 foot taller, 18 inches taller.
Reshape the whole road and.
You gotta basically, if you're gonna fix it, you gotta basically rebuild the whole road and that's, you aren't gonna be able to.
And what do they offer Foster County? 10,000
10,000
a
a
mile
mile.
to rebuild?
Yeah, which, yeah.
6,000.
Well, what would, if your company was to do, say, construction of a mile of county road, have you got any idea what that would run?
Have an idea off the top of my head, I guess.
Well, it depends on width, weight.
Right.
Well, no, but
What you all gotta do, how
How
much you
bad
got.
it
could you do it for 10,000? All that,
No.
okay,
Probably
that's all,
11.
that's what I,
Well,
11.5.
that's all I was getting at.
Yeah, yeah.
11. Get it. Good. Any
So
other?
I guess I don't think load pass is bad as long as we can, work through things with the local guys so that it's not costing you guys a pile of money. We continue on with that permit that we had before. What's your opinion on that?
So you're saying every time we'd have to do the $26 permit?
I think every time you'd have to do the $26 permit.
What kind of length of time is it still gonna take a full day to,
Well, I think
or is it like a blanket permit where?
I don't know, maybe we can just get a blanket permit for you guys where you guys don't have to apply at all.
The locals have.
Could we do a permit without using load
Write
pass?
this
Yeah.
stuff down.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
come up with a county agreement between us and
Yeah.
Gilbertson, so they wouldn't have to pay that big load pass fee. I did speak with load pass this morning about that. She said something about having to apply for a $26 permit, but I don't see why we couldn't just do a permit with them and not have them involved in load pass at all.
Well, that would be my
Is that
preference.
starting a mess with everyone else or not really?
I don't think so.
I think we had like $150 permit, seasonal permit that covered like one truck and trailer with the equipment.
We've been doing it with them for years in the past. I mean, I don't think it's gonna cause any trouble.
Okay. Any other discussion on this?
When I understand why the fact that we'd like to get the load pass in for the contractors coming from Minnesota, like when we were there the other day, they were loading an excavator up and leaving. It was going
Yeah.
back to Minneapolis.
Mhm.
So I can see where we would want to have load pass for that. But I would like to, I want to weigh the options out. I mean, if we're only going to cover 25 loads,
Just a guess to me.
but yeah, but I would like to, is it worth, and if we can write you guys a permit or, have you buy an annual permit that covers you. And then we could still try and get those guys to buy permits to come in.
I don't think there's that many coming in. That it's worth it. We gotta pay $1,500 just to start.
right?
And I don't think we're ever gonna get that back, for
That's-
just say it.
That's a one-time
Contractors.
onboarding and you pay 1.5% and whatever the percentage is. I mean,
And then that percentage of
yeah.
permits sold.
You
When we
recover that probably in one big permit from,
when we were over there the other day, I would guess that the guy didn't have a permit because I don't, if he loaded a, what was it? He loaded
That
a
was huge.
490?
Yeah,
That
I think
was
it's 490. It was big.
It was a, And he loaded it, and the reason he went the way he went, because it was where the machine was sitting at, but he turned and went up an 80,000 pound minimum maintenance road. Well, I highly doubt that's permitted that way.
Well, town over in Foster County, they're only on the county highway, county roads, not the townships, so you can still run heavy on the townships.
No,
That's the other issue we need to bring to the forefront with the township people.
Steele County, part of the townships are, part of them aren't, which it really makes it interesting to try moving stuff around when you gotta figure out who's part of it and who isn't part of it.
right,
And Foster County says that they won't, unless all the townships agree, they won't add the townships on, is what Nate told me.
Well,
6
that only
months ago.
makes sense.
But what's the chance of getting all the townships to agree? You
right.
got some of the bigger farmers or whatever that are, if you got a contractor that lives on a township road, he isn't gonna go for it because he isn't gonna wanna make a permit every time he leaves his yard. Apply for one, I mean.
Right, exactly. We run into that into Minnesota when we went with those oversized loads. To where townships and counties weren't weren't on the same page.
Yeah,
And we were all over from one end to the other trying to get around.
yeah.
It made it really interesting.
That would.
Oh, it was a mess.
The sad thing about it is you're gonna find people sneaking in loads without going to permitting anyhow, and if they're gonna have to pay $600 to move a excavate or something, and they aren't low, I mean, a lot of them are gonna do it without going to load permit or the county or whatever. Unless you have a, say, a broad one where it's reasonable that the county puts in their own permitting. Then you'd probably get them to do it. But you bring in some of these Minnesota contractors, we don't do very much contract highway work in this Griggs County anyhow. And the few that, or the years that happens, there aren't too many. There isn't too much that's done. If you want my opinion, I think we should forego load pass and go to try to have Jamie figure up something that actually does something for the county
Right.
and works for our, you know.
Hey, that'll work for Garrison, but that doesn't work for the rest of the trucks that are coming into the county. I mean, they're not gonna be calling state's attorney's office or the auditor's office if they're hauling a track in, they're not gonna be calling them and saying, hey, do you have a road use agreement? If there's not a permitting process, they're probably not gonna get a permit.
And there's quite a few contractors, local ones that don't apply for permits. Somebody says, I see somebody moving an excavator down this road, you know, it's not these guys, but
It happens. And it'll happen if the costs are not reasonable, you'll find more of that anyhow, where they're just sneaking them in.
Right.
On a Sunday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think the majority of the track was around here, and especially the farmer owned ones, are not big enough to need a permit if you got enough axles. You have triple axle trailer and triple axle truck. they're probably-
Technically, on a county road, it'd take a dang small excavator
Yeah.
not to need a permit, you
Yeah, I
know?
suppose,
I
you're
mean, you
right.
take anything,
For an 80,000 pound road, yeah.
even a 50,000 pound excavator, by the time you get a trailer enough to haul
Yeah.
it, you're gonna be over the 80,000s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So back to the drawing board, guys?
Well, there's a lot here to think about
Yeah,
and
let me-
to research, but I think,
Let me, a suggestion. Maybe next meeting, bring in one of the Foster County Commissioners in and talk to us about this. And we talk to him, but you guys need to see the whole thing. That's my suggestion.
get his secondary
Yep.
input and what
Yep.
he deals with and everything.
I'll talk to David. So.
Okay.
We need to do some more work on this.
What do you, right now? When you guys move your equipment, you buy the permits from the township? Or is it like an annual permit or what do you have now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I appreciate you guys helping us.
Not a
And I'm
problem.
sure we'll be contacting you again with more questions and everything and
we just wanted to show you where it was at.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
All right, thank you for
All
your
right,
time.
yep,
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Then
Okay,
do we do set it aside? I mean, do we need a motion to set it?
No, we'll just keep working on it, Lauren. you
we'll
know.
just keep working on it.
Yeah, we'll just do some more work. We we got a ways to go on this.
What do we tell it on our
That we just
meeting
discussed it.
minutes? That we just,
Basically, it would just whenever
we're
we
working
get
on
a,
it.
like they said, get a Foster County, when we can get a, I don't know who can reach out to him if
I got that figured out, so no.
then so when he reaches out and figures out a time for our next meeting, we'll get him on the schedule. We'll go from there.
You know, they discussed a lot of, when we were there, you know, there was a lot of stuff,
just
information they
table
went
it then
through
for
us.
our
you know,
next meeting,
so,
is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
We have to motion that?
no,
Okay, you know how to write that up?
I got it. Yep.
Garrison Diversion Project, is that?
Linda is on if you want to talk to Linda.
Oh, absolutely. Linda.
Linda, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Careful.
Good morning.
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 I just wanted to keep you updated with the Griggs County average per acre of value. Agricultural acres came in at 704 this year, $704. Right now, Griggs County is at 725. So I'm recommending just to do no overall increase, of course, and it may even have to decrease our ag land this year because of the drop in the average acre is below. We have to get it down to 704 and we're at 725 right now. So with all the changes, modifications, things like that, we'll have to just see how much of a decrease or if there will be a decrease. I sent a letter in with the current list of modifiers that Griggs County uses. I recommend a motion to approve the modifiers as presented with no changes from the 2020 for the 2025 ag land modifiers.
It's not in your packet.
There-
It was sent afterwards. I can put it up on the screen if you'd like. Otherwise, it's the same as it's been in the past.
Flip her up on the screen just so we can have eyes on it, please.
You got it.
And you said the modifiers have not changed at all? They're the same from last year to this year?
Yes, that is correct. And after the township meetings and things, there may be some changes, but I don't foresee any changes. These are the ones that we need to send to the state, that there may be changes in the ag values, but not the modifiers.
Okay, great. So we're looking for a motion to approve the modifiers, Griggs County modifiers?
I'll make that motion.
She's still talking.
Oh,
Can you guys hear her?
no.
No.
Hold on one second, Linda. I can't
cut
hear
out.
you. Hold on.
Let's not cut out. It's doing quick.
To approve the modifiers, Griggs County modifiers?
That's feedback, Sam.
Feedback.
That's feedback.
Hold on one second, Linda. I can't hear you. Hold on.
That's weird.
You can unconnect that
Must
because
be a
we were all.
We're gonna
The
unmute
system.
that.
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay, now can you talk, Linda?
Yes, I can.
Sorry.
Perfect.
I think it was because I was on my desktop, so when I plugged it in, it was, yeah. Anyway, you're good.
Okay, we have motion to accept the modifiers by Tranby. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Josh. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion
And
carried.
just, oh, sorry. Just one quick thing, I would ask that we set a date for the County Board of Equalization. It is required by Century Code to meet within the first 10 days of June. And I was just wondering if we could set a date for that.
I have it here. Hold on one second. You guys always do yours at the first meeting in June, so June 8th would be that that meeting. We do it during your regular meeting. If you guys would like to do that, keep it the same. Otherwise, you guys can do a special meeting.
June 8th, you said?
June 8th, yep.
I think June 8th works for me, you guys.
Yep.
Regular meeting.
Yep.
So June 8th it is, Linda.
All right, thank you.
You're
That's all I
welcome.
have.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Continue doing the great job.
Thanks.
Floodplain ordinance. Who's got that?
Jamie.
I've been working on that. We should have something by the next meeting. I need to get back in touch with the state. I attended by Zoom a meeting, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. And I'm a little confused of what I need to do for the townships down by the river, so I need to get back in touch with them and get those ordinances.
Good, sounds good. North Dakota Department of Ag, the weed forum. Now we received a letter here.
Yep,
So Scott has that one.
I got that one and I went last year and I'll go again tomorrow.
Good,
to
thank you.
Bismarck. Somebody's got to be there to, in person to sign. About 6 hours. You sit there, they give different speakers and that kind of stuff, but yeah, when you get down there, sign the piece of paper at the end. So that means one of us was there, to where we're in compliance with the weed control ordinance. So I'll go tomorrow and do that and get that done. So.
You usually go because of farm member Charlie.
Yeah, well, I also have the commercial ag pesticide license too, guys. So just be honest, I'm probably the most qualified, just to be honest, you on that, so.
Absolutely, you are.
Anyway, okay, I'll take care of that tomorrow, so,
Thank you.
yep.
And then old courthouse, new courthouse.
We received this letter, just letting you know that it's in the process. We approved them to come out and take a look at getting it updated on the registry. And so it is in the process. So that's just for your guys' attention.
But isn't there what I see later on, or isn't a meeting? later
There's,
on?
yep, January 30th meeting and the
The one of us have to be there?
historical architect will be there.
So like you have to be there, somebody's got to be
Nope,
there or not?
They'll handle it for us.
Okay,
So that's all I have on that.
Yeah, I emailed Wade and asked him if we need
Okay.
to attend and he said no.
Okay,
They'll just attend it.
perfect.
Excellent. All right, future business.
I think we just work on this load pass and
Yep.
get them Foster County guys
I'll
over
work
here.
on that end, so.
So we want road pass and the Garrison.
They haven't come back to us on in meetings, right? for-
Nope, they haven't. They haven't asked to be on. They just sent me some information that I presented to you guys before,
Okay.
but I haven't heard when they want to be back on,
Okay.
so.
Okay, anything else for future? All right, I'm looking for a motion to
Oh, I'll
adjourn.
do that.
Motion to adjourn by Scott,
I can do this now.
I'll second that.
second by Rod. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Cool.
Perfect.
Meeting adjourned at
Meeting adjourned at 10:18. The next meeting will be January 26th at 9:30 a.m.